Is Raila Odinga losing the grip of the coastal region? That's the question which most Kenyans are currently asking.
Nimeona watu wameingia huku wana manga. Wako peke yao. Wamejisahau. Hawajui wako na nani. Hawawezi itisha mkutano Tononoka. Hawawezi itisha mkutano Mama Ngina. Hawawezi itisha mikutano katika uwanja wa Fria ama kule Kisauni katika viwanja mbalimbali wanazozitumia katika siasa. Leo mmejua wapwani wameamka.
And is it that bad? Because one thing we know for sure is that coastal region has always stood with Raila Amolo Odinga more than any other part of the Republic of Kenya. And if Raila Odinga will afford to lose the entire coastal region, then he should forget about becoming the next president of the Republic of Kenya. But the question is Raila Odinga losing the grip of the coastal region? That's the question which we must get answer to. And on 15th of December 2020, around midnight, we will have answer to that question. Because IEBC have declared the dates for the Msambweni parliamentary by-election. According to IEBC, on 24th of September, all political parties will submit names of those intending to contest for their party primaries. We will start gauging from that point. If many aspirants will apply to contest through ODM party, then we'll still know that ODM is still powerful in that region. On 8th, parties will submit the names of the people they've nominated. So which means on 24th, political parties will submit the names of those people who will be contesting for their primaries. Then they have around 10 days, around 10 days, yes, to conduct party nominations. And on 8th, they are supposed to submit the names of the persons they've nominated. And then we are going to have a window for dispute resolutions. That one will be on 26th October now. And then campaigns will actually begin on 15th October to 12th December. So we will be able to know whether Raila Odinga is actually losing the grip or losing his grip of the coastal region. But why would people be even talking about Raila Odinga losing the grip of the coastal region? Before we go into all those details, let me just tell you some of the 5 things which many people within ODM circles are talking about. And this is why they feel that the interest is no longer there. Number 1 is the botched nominations. If you go to coastal region today, there are so many people who are in ODM party, contested for the nominations, won the tickets, but were denied the certificate. I have several people in my mind, but I'll only give you the name of Jicho Pevu in Nyali. Jicho Pevu won the ODM ticket, but he was denied the ticket. He ended up winning on independent. You go to Taita Taveta, there's also another guy who won the ODM nominations, but he was not given the certificate. This guy ended up winning, I think, on ANC party. So because of botched nominations, few people are showing interest in ODM party. Number 2 is the failure by the ODM party leadership to reach out to aspirants. Now, assuming, like, let's take Nyali again as an example. The ODM party botched that nomination and they gave Saido the certificate. But they failed to reach out to other aspirants because after the nominations, after the botched nominations, most aspirants then decided to take a low profile because they had spent most of their money. Because in ODM strongholds, normally once you win the certificate, then you are sure. So the nominations were botched. Most of these guys then decided to go separate ways, some just low profile. ODM party failed, and I'm sure up to now, to reach out to some of these guys. In most cases, if they had reached out to some of these guys, then these guys would have been involved in campaigns. And probably their involvement would have changed narrative. For example, in Nyali, if other aspirants had teamed up, I'm sure Jijopevu would not have managed to win. But that failure to reach out to aspirants is a big problem in ODM party. And not only ODM party, but even other political parties. In Nyanza here, for example, I know so many people who contested for the last election, either governor, senators, members of parliament, or the MCS. And because nominations were botched, nobody has ever bothered within the ODM ranks to even take a phone call, place a phone call to them. So they don't feel part of the party. But I'm seeing a situation where ODM is trying to fix some of this by the changes they made in the elections board. But you can't also rule out the fact that there are cartels who will not even allow that board to work. Then the link, the biggest problem again is the link between the ODM party leadership and the grassroots. The grassroots are only activated during campaigns. There are so many branches in this country where even the officials have never met face to face with the party leader. There's no morale. Most of the people I know would actually want to air some of their grievances with the party leader. If you go to Tharaka Nithi, for example, where ODM has a very active branch, as per the last election, because I was there, that branch just needed moral support, just an opportunity to meet with Raila Odinga so that they can share the national officials of ODM party going there just to activate and even open branches. It never happens. It only happens during campaigns. Like very soon you'll start seeing ODM party and the leadership starting to go around those areas. Things don't work like that. And also, number 4 is the reward system within the ODM party. Very poor. Up to now, many ODM supporters have failed to understand how Mercy Chebeni was nominated as a senator on ODM ticket. There are so many people who deserve that nominations. There are so many women who invested their money, their time, their resources, energy in the campaigns. Ultimately, just people from nowhere came and took the nomination slots at the county assemblies, at the National Assembly, and at the Senate. But now let's go to the coastal region specifically. Is Raila Odinga losing the grip of the coastal region? I did a bit of research today, and I realized that even in 2014, there were similar complaints that Raila Odinga was losing the grip of the coastal region. People like Mungaro had defected, and they had been kicked out of being a minority whip. So many members of parliament had defected to Jubilee, and Raila Odinga was trying to sell the Okoa Kenya in that region, and things were not working. And Kenyans from those regions started asking, Kenyans in general started asking themselves whether Raila Odinga was losing the grip of that region. But in 2017, it didn't happen. In fact, Raila Odinga emerged much stronger in the coastal region in 2017 than in 2013. Because in 2017, the entire Kilifi voted ODM. In Mombasa, Raila Odinga got his votes. But because of the botched nominations, there was failure to deliver all seats. You go to a place like Kwale, where I think Raila Odinga had the highest percentage, and Jubilee presidential candidate had the least in terms of votes percentage. In Kwale, ODM did not even win the gubernatorial seat, and I think they also did not win the women rep. You go to Taita Taveta, where we had the Governor Muruto, a member of parliament, just decided to contest, and because he had influence within ODM party, messed everything, and he was handed over the certificate, and he failed. So the Muruto guy, the former governor, and what's the name of Mwadegu, and Honorable Mwadegu, if you added their votes, the Wiper guy would not have managed to win. But ODM messed big time, and the Wiper candidate won there. We lost several, ODM party also lost several parliamentary seats and MCS in that region. But Raila Odinga's votes remained constant. The question is, what's really happening in the coastal region? 4 factors. Factor 1 is Ali Hassan Joho. Hassan Joho has outgrown Mombasa County. And in the last election, Hassan Joho was so powerful and he was so popular. And because he was popular, Hassan Joho influenced who got certificates here, there, not only in Mombasa, but I think to some extent in other regions. So we ended up losing because of Joho factor. And for those who followed the politics, let's go to Mombasa specifically in the last election. Something was also very clear. There's a fund, I don't know what is working on right now. Something was also very clear. Hassan Joho sold brand Joho and not brand ODM, to an extent that in Mombasa, all banners, all billboards were bearing the name 001, which was good for him, but not good for the party. So ODM lost on that. Brand Joho was sold. In fact, most aspirants were allied to Joho. So they were like 001. You find a big picture of Hassan Joho and the aspirants. ODM was given a backseat. And if you follow those who've been following politics and the development in Mombasa, in 2013, before that election, ODM party had one of the best and the biggest offices in Mombasa. Today, there's no party office in Mombasa. So which means Joho strategically destroyed the structure of the party and everything now depended on him. And that's why most people like Hassan, Jicho Pevu, are very bitter with Hassan Joho. And they know that other people are also complaining about some of these issues. So Hassan Joho can salvage this because he's still very popular. What he needs to do is to reactivate the ODM structures in Mombasa so that people don't feel like the Joho family, because now this matter is now turning out to be a Joho family. The second thing is the Kingi Joho supremacy battle. Who is going to be the next kingpin of the coastal people? Is it Hassan Joho? Is it Amason Kingi? That's also playing out. So when Raila Odinga goes to the coastal region, who should host him? Is it Hassan Joho or is it Kingi? And Kingi believes that it's a Mijikenda and therefore is the right person to talk or to negotiate on behalf of the coastal region. Hassan Joho also believes that being the national deputy party leader of ODM party, he's the second in command and therefore he should be supported. And that's affecting the ODM party in that region. Number 3 is fatigue. The people of the coastal region have voted for Raila Odinga. 2007, 2012, 2013, 2017, still 2022, without success. So because of that fatigue, most of them are now seeing an opportunity to go and try their luck on the other side. Because again, it boils down to the reward system. If a governor is ODM governor and you've been supporting ODM, 2013, you never got any reward, even from the county. 2017, the same. What happens? When Raila Odinga became the prime minister, there was hope, but again, you never benefited. So there is that fatigue. So most of these people are seeing an opportunity. And the mere fact that Uhuru is not going to be running, then they see an opportunity to jump to the other side of the deputy president, William Ruto. And lastly is historical injustices. One of the main reasons why Raila Odinga has always stood out in the coastal region is because the people of the coastal region believe that he's been one of the people who can stand for their rights. Raila Odinga was a prime minister. Nothing much happened to the coastal people. They still landless. I mean, the port is going, things like those. Raila Odinga fought for them. Like in the last election, there was this idea of SGR, which Hassan Joho really manipulated and fought for, to an extent that we saw Joho fighting with Uhuru Kenyatta almost on a daily basis over the SGR. So it made ODM party to become very popular in that region. Today, Raila Odinga is with Uhuru Kenyatta in the handshake. Port imeenda. There are no jobs there. Of course, there are several other factors, But now, those people are asking Raila Odinga, what's your stand on this? And because he's in handshake, he can't really talk about them. You talk of land. There's the issue of Kenyatta grabbing lands from the coastal people. William Ruto has never grabbed land from the coastal people. The only land he has, maybe, I don't know how he got it, but the one where he has in Taita Taveta, But that's only one. And also there's another one I'm told where he's building a huge hotel there. But you can't tie him to land grabbing. So it means the deputy president can go to the people of the coastal region without the baggage of historical injustices meted on them. He can just go as William Ruto. And that's why in the last election, Uhuru Kenyatta could not go to the coastal region. So the deputy president was the one who was charged with trying to convince the people of the coastal region to support them. But the question whether Raila Odinga has lost grip of the coastal region is something that we will know on December 15th or 16th. Let's wait for that time, because I don't want to believe that my friend Hassan Omar and Jicho Pevu can now claim that they are more popular in Mombasa than Raila Odinga. That Raila Odinga cannot host a rally in Mombasa at Tononoka ground. Tononoka ground historically is known for hosting Raila Odinga and his brigades. Let's wait for 15th, and that 15th will be the judge. For me, I won't judge whether Raila Odinga has lost the grip or not. I just want to give it time. 15th will be a good indicator. Thank you guys, and please, if you're watching this video for the first time, I want you to take a second or two and click subscribe button so that next time you produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. I'm very happy you keep on sharing the videos, thumbs up, dropping your comments, and boom, we are moving so fast. Thank you guys so much.